Прошу поприветствовать гимн Эстонской Республики.
Good evening and welcome, folks. Another day, another game. This time around, it's FC Cosmos taking on Stalitsa, and it should be a terrific matchup as we get set to kick things off in just under a minute's time. There are the lineups for you. It's the Cosmos starters. And there's your Stalitsa starting five as well. So, how are things looking on this second match day? This is the final game of this particular phase of the competition. Still plenty to go. But all the other games of this second match day took place a little over a week ago, from the 15th to the 17th. We had 3 games. Home sides won 2 out of 3 of those. Petrov were the only team on the road to get a victory. And so standings-wise, IUFM still at the top with Vitis right behind them. 6 points a pot for those two teams, unbeaten through 2 games. Stalitsa sit right behind them in 3rd place thanks to their goal differential of +6 after their opening day victory. Petrov and Narva fill out 4 and 5, while Cosmos sit in 6th place after a loss in their opening game. Can they get themselves some points and not be subjugated to the bottom 3 spots of the table? Because right behind them, Rezekne and Pramogos with no points as well, but a larger minus in the differential category. -2 for Cosmos, 6 and 7 for Rezekne and Pramogos through 2 games in the Baltic Futsal League. Again, Cosmos have only played the one, as have Stalitsa. This will determine how the standings look at the end of match day 2 and what a match we should have in front of us. On paper, you've got to favor Stalitsa. They're a top flight squad. Have made their names present in the UEFA competition, the Futsal Champions League. Currently sitting at the bottom of that table, although they've got a tough group, with Barcelona currently sitting at the top of that one, but I digress a little bit. Veto working around a bit. Opts to go back to Laziuk. Laziuk get the play moving as he cycles himself off. A little bit of the diamond showing, but a much more aggressive approach taken by the Stalitsa side. For those not too versed in the styles of play in this particular style of game, well, the diamond is one you may see some more defensive-minded teams going for. What really stands out actually is Japan as the national team. They play that kind of counter-attack defensive style. Oh, great stop from Belyakov, Vadim Belyakov for Cosmos. And Polyakov, the opposite goalkeeper, actually joining in, as you can see, out at the halfway line. Olszewski tries to curl it through. Oh, the deflection right out in front. Not up to standard. I think that was Chibisov, number 8 on the far side. Polyakov gets his first goaltending duties. A long pass out towards Veto. Veto will drop it back for Chibisov. Change on the fly. Zhigalko, 19, making his way on to the court. Chibisov still working near side. Gonna fill out towards the middle now. Playing the possession game at the moment. And taking their time doing so. It's fascinating to see the different styles that these teams possess. Now, all from the same region, of course, as this is the Baltic Futsal League, not the European or international or whatever other kind of adjective you want to describe where the teams are from. Futsal League. Now, watching and commentating a couple of these games already in this competition, there have been some teams that play extremely quickly. They just want to keep the pressure going, firing away from all kinds of distances and angles, and it does slow down the play a bit, I guess, in a sense, as we'll have the ball go out more stoppages, more set-piece opportunities for some teams. And at the moment, I haven't done a Stalitsa game this year. Not have the opportunity to catch their first game. I like what I'm seeing so far. Pressure for the first 3.5 minutes. Benko in towards the middle. The volley nowhere near the goal. Long bomb from Belyakov does not work out. His team will have to play from the touchline. Could see this being a tight affair. Again, things can change on a dime. You never know in this sport. We've had some pretty one-sided games. Great work from behind there by Zhigalko, 19 for Stalitsa. A beautiful, terrific sequence right out in front. Precision passing, the finish was top shelf as well. No way that Belyakov was going to get that one. And it's 1-0. 17, Nikolai Kresnya with the goal. I thought it was 11 at first. Or I thought it was 17 at first, my mistake. As there are two Gricinas on the team, Mikhail and Nikolai. 11 and 17. A strong challenge. Going down is Alexeyev. His team with possession now. And the first foul of the game goes against the team that scored first. Rubo has it poked away, and now his team on the back foot again. Chibisov in the middle. Rubo back in. Another giveaway, change of possession, opportunity right out in front. It's going to be deflected out. Far side corner upcoming. Back to the starting five. Beto, Chibisov, Haziuk and Polyakov in net, of course, but Olszewski will be the final forward on the court. Oh, terrific effort to keep it in. As the man I just mentioned, Olszewski will play it right back in and hope Beto can get it. Not this time. Cosmos content with just clearing. And a couple switches up front. As Hibatulin comes in, 94 near side. Hit the ball as we speak. Polyakov involved. And this is when that diamond doesn't look so defensive and not so counter-attacky, because you've got your keeper out manning that last position, and he's got to, the last man back has got to have some support. At least one passing lane to go to, preferably two. And now they've closed in. Stalitsa looking for their second goal in 6 minutes. Might have gone by. Nearing that 6-minute mark now. Beto across the court. Polyakov gets back in his cage. And now Stalitsa pressed back a little bit here. Beto does find the open man. And they continue to bide their time and have a concentrated approach. Ibadulin across the court once again. Up close shot, deflected. Not sure if it was defender or keeper, but they get the job done anyway. Counter opportunity for Cosmos. Foul at center court, and a second yellow on the cards now for Stalitsa. Stalitsa have got to be a bit careful. Well, they've still got 3 to give, but don't want to be reaching that 3-4 mark before half of the first half has even gone past, as Cosmos get their first shot towards net, doesn't get there. I believe that was Alexeyev as we get another look at it. It would have been Cherny. Yeah, number 9 was out in front. And now it was Kostigan. A poor turnover. See if they can transition here. Zhigalko got the takeaway. Vasilin filling out on the near side, 99. Could be him to the back door, and that was the intention, but it was picked off just in time by Mark Ivanov. Or Ivanov, rather. And now Pavel Ragovic will march up forward for Stalitsa, but that march is cut short. I don't know if rations to go around, as it was launched well back off the head of the defense. Podubny plays it back in. The long ball will sail nowhere except out of play. And Polyakov goes for the long shot. Oh, the follow-up volley just a little wide left. Power behind that strike. Accuracy perhaps lacking because of it. Polyakov rolls it out. Once again going for long and precise finishes on the attacking front, but nobody was there as Shigalko will walk and fire. Find anything. But another long shot. Oh, what a stop! Absolutely breathtaking from Belyakov, his team on the counter now. Unfortunately cut short as Babiak did his best, but that is a heck of a save. That's a man save right there. No gloves needed for Vadim Belyakov. Tremendous. A poor pass. Could get the equalizer here, but the defense is there just in time. Dragovic back, number 10. You can see him get his leg right in front of it. Perhaps saving the second goal of the game. Tapped in by Ivanov, and, well, it amounts to nothing. Almost midway through the first half, just a minute and 41 seconds to go till we reach that mark. And a 1-0 game currently in favor of Stalitsa. With possession now. Want to get the quick attack going. Defense closing the gaps though, doing their jobs and doing them well enough. Laziuk over Kivadulin. He tapped on the follow-up shot. Set out on a silver platter, but the conversion not quite as valuable. Still 1-0, but knocking on the door at the moment. Stalitsa. Polyakov. Keeper involved once again. Long shot attempt is blocked away and out of play. Another opportunity perhaps presenting itself. Solid opportunities, still knocking on the door. Still only the one shot on target for Cosmos. Oh, and that one clatters off the post. They are letting them fly with power from outside. And it's causing a bit of problems for Cosmos at the moment. Timeout taken. A much needed one perhaps, as we get ourselves a little break. So do the players. And, well, that means we can have a look back on what the first game day was like. Well, at least for the teams that matter in this scenario, Cosmos were unable to beat the current number ones in the competition, Agio FM. That was a 1-3 loss for them. Stalitsa prevailed over Pramogos, who, as I mentioned earlier, are sitting at the bottom of the table. That was a 7-1 dismantling. Coming just 25 days ago. Or just coming 25 days ago. And so far, my early star has been Vadim Belyakov. Without a doubt, he has made 3, perhaps even 4 massive stops for his team. Could very easily be a 2-0 score at the moment. And it took a great shot, as you see right there, to actually beat him. Back to the action we go once again. Batulin 94. Support in the form of Beto. Biggest man on the court. And perhaps one of the more powerful legs in this competition as well. Long shot. Ah, great effort there from Polyakov to get his chest in the path of that flying ball. Had a chance. Still a one-shot game midway through this first half. Turnover almost leads to a quick transition, but Lazio can't get it through the two defenders in his path. Vasyuk somehow finds its way through. I thought that Belyakov had that one. Well, he's a little disappointed with himself as well. Somehow snuck through a long and not very powerful shot. Just a little dip to it as well. Belyakov a little upset with the defending out in front. And almost getting away with a 2-on-0. May have an opportunity to get one here. Defense in the way, couple of blocks, and it's out for Cosmos to deal with here. Again, with their first match day result, they are still looking for more scoring in this competition. At the moment, they're the team with the least amount of goals scored, with just the one. Pramagos also got one on the first day. However, to my recollection, they picked up themselves one goal, I believe, in their last game. They picked up 3 against Petrov, actually. So Cosmos still sitting on the 1 on the low spot there. But still, 29 minutes of game time to go as we get ourselves another whistle stoppage, a foul. And Coach Svetlov would love for his team to get one before the break. So we get our second timeout of the game. Cosmos taking this one, going to take a few moments to talk this over, come up with an offensive game plan to find themselves that first goal. Cosmos finished third in their domestic league last year. 12 points in the 6 games that they played. Narva also in that Estonian league, of course. Stalitsa, of course, from Minsk, so they play in a different league. And as I mentioned, they are currently in the UEFA Futsal Champions League. As I said, that group is a bit difficult. They've got Barca currently sitting at the top, Kherson and Sparta Prague to deal with as well. Most recent game, Stalitsa lost 6-1 to Barca. So that shot was looking for the top corner, second one on target, and certainly the best attempt so far for Cosmos towards the cage. The timeout seemed to do a little help there as it created the opportunity, but you've got to finish, and that's where the players come in handy. Kishna tried to fire it through, and his opposite number, as we see on the screen now, Kostikin, got things rolling. Getting Low is Belyakov. Got to be able to see where that ball is approaching from. Stalitsa on the offensive once again. Head coach Evgeny Osintsev liking what he sees so far, I presume. Limiting the opposition's chances, creating some clean ones for yourself. And, well, that second goal, it wasn't scripted like that, I'm pretty sure, but he'll take it along with the 2-goal lead it gives. Looking for a handball, not going to get it. Poked off the defense, out of play with 8:06 to go. See what the offense can muster. Well, won't count as a shot, but Grishnya almost put one into his own net there. Fortunate Polyakov has the reactions he does and was in the position he was. Cosmos through center. Alexiev gets upended. Might be number 4 against Stalitsa in the first half here. And with 7:40 to go, that's a lot of time to have 4 fouls to work with.
First foul. Stalitsa team.
Polyakov delivers. Right on the money. But his team moved backwards. They feel the pressure and they turn it over again. Looking to play it quickly through the legs. The nutmeg does not work out this time. And all these guys have quick feet. You don't want to be taking unnecessary chances when possible. Long toss out from the net to get that one out of danger is Dmitry Polyakov. .7:13 to go. Solid build up here from Ivanov and the rest of his team, but they're stopped in their tracks as Beto took a tumble. Beto still having a few words with the official while this is going on. Shibisov moving around. Beto gets a flick on it. Oh, the pass not perfect. Laziuk was not on the same page. But they do get back in numbers, clear the ball in the end, and the crisis is averted. Just like that, the play can transition. Six and a half to play in the first half. A very openly flowing game, not too many stoppages. Now there are, of course, always going to be stoppages in any kind of sport, really. But I've commentated a few games this season from this competition that some of the halves have seemed a lot longer, especially when the teams play extremely aggressively on the defensive side of things, always up in the ball. How do you say that? The person with possession's face, I guess. Whoever is controlling the flow of play. They've got the defender right up in their grill, causing problems. And in this one, Stalitsa have been able to get themselves a little avenue of separation from the defense. And they've been extremely aggressive, but it can backfire into ways like that. Fortunately, though, back in time to make the stop. Final man on the defense, well apart from the keeper. Chibisov 8. Beto stops that one. Mid court with Gibadurin, and he's upended. Not going to be a foul from that one. He doesn't necessarily like the call. There certainly was some contact there. How much of it was lost footing or just incidental physical play? Well, the referee says more than not. Hence, no third foul. See what Cosmos can muster up here right now. It hasn't been all too much. A couple of sequences where they've looked dangerous, couple of decent shots. But for the most part, play has been going back down into their end, heavily favoring the Stalitsa side, who possess the ball at the moment. Polyakov, keeper, right back into the involvement. Wonder if we'll see him launch one at some point. Giladulin to Beto, to the back door, shot on target, and that one does not squeak through. Up to the challenge was Belyakov, big save from him. And that one simply misses everything and anyone. Keepers get to play a little back and forth. Approaching 5 minutes to go in the first half. 2-0 lead for the team with possession, Stalitsa. Clearly have been the more aggressive squad through 15 minutes of play. Now, Cosmos are no slouches themselves. They're coming off a 9-3 victory against Alexela. Off a bit wide, but there's some support from the stands. They're garnering a little bit more pressure as this one moves along. Maxim Alexeyev had himself quite a wild game in that 9-2 victory. 2 goals for him, was heavily factored in onto the offensive side of things. And now this is the moment that Cosmos perhaps waiting for. One more foul and they've got themselves that man advantage for a couple minutes. Long shot, high and powerful, but not accurate. Almost picked off and played rather nicely. Turnover in a very poor area, and that's number 3. Stalitsa all over the scoreboard at the moment. And Cosmos seem to be a bit outmatched. They had their opportunity to cut it down to 1. But that's just a tremendous effort from Gisnia there to read the passing lane. Doesn't hurt to have Zhigalko pressuring the ball carrier. It's in with number 3. Solid pass out in front. Better defensive effort there to deny a clean look at goal number 4, which for all intents and purposes would be game over. Now, granted, there's still a half to go, but for those that have been here for the 16 minutes we've played so far, you can feel where this game is going. You can feel the momentum, and number one, the possession numbers. I should have started a timer. But if I were to make a conservative estimate, I'd say 60-40 in favor of Stalitsa. Polyakov opting for the long pass once again. Does find his man. 3:10 to go in the first half. Lofted down, picked off rather cleanly as well by Zhigalko. No real extra effort involved from him, as Polyakov will play it out. And Stalitsa set up once again. Kristina, 17's got himself one goal. Can he find another? Looking for the redirection out in front. Camped out was Gorbenko. So you see him walking towards us now. It's in well, which one? Mikhail, I believe it was 11, taking that corner. Again, there are two of them, Mikhail and Nikolai. Ivanov towards the opposite side, a bit of a dangerous pass. It's almost picked off again by Mikhail Gritsina. And Zhigalko are relentless on that far side pressure, and then closing the distance quickly was Gorbenko. And those three are not allowing Cosmos to make it out of their own half, let alone get some quality shots on target. That's why those long balls are being forced out. And then Stalitsa do a great job of recovering just like that. Gorbenko, near side wing. Has support, back towards the middle. Oh, and a last millisecond deflection will force Cosmos to simply clear with 2 minutes and 1 second remaining in the first half. Almost a full-scale change for Stalitsa as they are looking for number 4. Zhigalko may have gotten away with one there. Yeah, he was just trying to play the ball and cement his position, but at the same time, a little fortunate that one didn't turn into another foul, which would have put his team down by one man, and that's not the way you want to let Cosmos back in the game. 3 goals is not the end of it, and although I made my prediction that Stalitsa will walk away with the W here, just based on how they've played through the first half, and the scoreline doesn't hurt either, but it is sports. You never know how the ball will bounce or the luck will sway. Looking to play a bit of possession, and then the corner shot from Beto almost snuck its way under the bar. Credit to Belyakov where it's due. He's made some big stops, and he very well could have kept his team in the game. Heck, he still might be. But it is an uphill battle. Laziuk. Back to Polyakov. Laziuk near side 7. Beto, you can see him in the corner, left side. Just waiting for that pass to get through. Oh, Belyakov. He's not going to miss that one. Or Laziuk, rather. Belyakov is going to miss that one because top right corner, you're just... Yeah, good luck. And that's number 4 after what is 19 minutes of practically full domination futsal. Now more than ever, Cosmos are going to need to find themselves a goal. One goal would go a long, long way.
Goal scored number 7, Ruslan Lazuk. Stalitsa team.
50 seconds remain. And still all kinds of time for things to change a bit on the scoreboard, for better or for worse, depending on who you're looking at, of course. Cosmos with no room to work with. All 4 defenders, or not even defenders, just players that are not the goalkeeper, surrounding the lone man forward. That was Boris Podubnoy. Lazic, the goal scorer, or one of the goal scorers, will set things up with 15 to go. Maybe looking to get one more before it's all said and done. Beto takes the man down. Unintentional. He's just trying to play the ball. But that's how it goes in the sport. Another look at it. Tried to play it past and opportunity on the penalty now.
Stalitsa, Minsk. Yellow cards number 9, Beto.
Up to strike, Pavel Rubo. Number 7 for Cosmos. Will he get his team's first goal? There's Misila in the goal instead of Polyakov.
10-метровый пенальти.
Big shot coming up. A better save. And the clearance to boot. Beto escaping from a couple. Keeps possession down low, and that is all she wrote in the first half. 4-0 in favor of Stalitsa. They are putting on a clinic at the moment. How many more can they get in the next half? Well, stick around and find out, because we've got a chance for a couple of hat-tricks. Laziuk and Gritsina with 2 apiece, as we leave the first half with a score of 4-0 in favor of Stalitsa. There are your possession numbers. That's the big one. Almost a 70-30 clip. That is, well, quite the class difference in a sense of the word. The shots, well, only the corners and fouls are some areas that Stalitsa have got to improve on, but at the same time, well, you're not getting corners because there aren't that many great defensive saves or deflections to put them out. And as a result, their team on top, 4-0 on the last day of games. Well, it's just one game. The last game of match day 2 in the Baltic Futsal League. We'll be back for the second half in just a little bit.
Евгений Жмуля, вратарь ФК Столица, Минск. Как вам смотрелась игра со скамейки?
Ну, игра довольно хорошая, даже несмотря на счет 4-0. Ребята молодцы, сражаются, более такая равная. Где-то, может, по моментам, может быть, где-то мы немножко получше смотримся. Ну, а так, чтобы влияло, там что-то такого нету, все нормально.
Готовы стать в ворота? В принципе, счет довольно комфортный.
Да, конечно, всегда готов.
У вас есть ситуации, когда при крупном счете вас выпускают уже как бы под премиальный?
Ну, всегда выпускают, ну, даже не только когда крупный счет. Всегда нужно выходить, всегда быть готовым. У вратарей всегда так должно быть.
Дорога как бы не отняла много сил, как вам?
Не, дорога прошла хорошо. На самолете мы летели где-то час 10, наверное. Все быстро, хорошо. Прилетели в город, нас встретили на автобусе. Город, кстати, очень хороший, очень понравился. Все здорово прошло, в принципе.
Спасибо большое. Степан Черноусов, игрок команды «Космос». Скажите, пожалуйста, был ли шанс не пропускать так много и постараться побороться во втором тайме?
Нет, начали очень хорошо. В принципе, быстрый гол пропустили, но он был по делу. Потом 2 ошибки. Третий тоже необязательный гол. В принципе, с такой командой играть одно удовольствие. Но в конце был шанс забить. Чуть-чуть не воспользуюсь. Надеюсь, со второго тайма, может, поагрессивнее начнем.
Насколько влияют вообще подсказки тренера? Было ли заметно, что подсказки как-то влияли на игру вот по ходу первого тайма?
Нет, ну, конечно, тренер свою роль, очень ключевой момент влияет, но я скажу так, что очень сложно играть с такой командой. Последняя игра была у команды с Барселоной, поэтому я честно скажу, что очень сложно играть, потому что они по ходу игры соперники перестраиваются. Мы что-то разбираем, как играет их первая их четверка и вторая четверка, но по ходу игры они все равно меняют тактику и очень сложновато играть. Но это одно удовольствие.
Есть ли шанс, что Степан Черноусов появится на поле во втором тайме?
Сегодня точно нет, потому что травма. И надеюсь, в следующем туре я появлюсь на поле.
Спасибо большое.
To the bottom of the bottle, I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went into the way. I ain't f***ing okay, I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck here for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I've been slaved. Yeah. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole damn week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million cause that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family. From a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's your stuff. Steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. I'm full of stage, trying to run my pain. I'm still psyched coming out of that rain. My team really not tame. I'ma never slow down. I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. I'm slave for you. Whipping 100 more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god. Best whole place, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down trying to find my best. Find a beast and a killer conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too on. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my table when I knew not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yours, gone. Steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame and I wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to run my brain. I'm still sun coming out of that rain. My team, really my team. I'm never slow down, I'm never behave. Stuck inside this place, inside this cave. It's taking over on me. Yeah, I'm a slave for you.
Начинается второй тайм.
First half in the books. It was a 4-0 win in the first half for the visitors, Stalitsa, as they come off their 10-3 victory, looking to get themselves 2 in a row, and 2 in a row in this competition as well. Cosmos, well, they've got some work to do. Matter of fact, they've got a lot of work to do. Maybe switching sides will help them out. The keeper is called to task once again. He has been a bright spot in an otherwise gloomy day, or gloomy evening, I should say, as Vadim Belyakov gets himself another save, although he's going to need to save pretty much everything from this point out. He's got a second within just as many ticks off the clock. Hunting for more Stalitsa. And at the moment, I mentioned the standings earlier on in the game, but for those that weren't around, at the moment, Agio FM and FK Vitis sit at the top 2 spots through 2 games played. With 6 points a pop, they've won both games. Stalitsa on the verge of doing the same in the next 19.5 minutes. And if the score stays the way it is, or if they put up more goals, they'll still allow 1 or 2 or whatnot, they will be the number 1 spot because of goal differential. At the moment, coming into this game, not taking into account the 4 goals they've scored, they were at a goal differential of 6. So with the victory, with the score staying the way it is, that would put them up to a 10, 1 ahead of Agio, putting them in the top spot. Meanwhile, Cosmos would, with this 4-goal conceit, have a -6 tied with TFK Rezekne, which wouldn't really change the standings in the bottom third all too much, as Cosmos, Rezekne, and Pramagos would still stay in their respective bottom 3 spots, but that goal differential could determine who's closer to the bottom, although with no points it doesn't really matter. Coalition surveys and plays it along before making his way towards the middle of the court. The middle of the attacking third of the court, I should say, a little more specific. Cosmos just watching again after the first half. Possession numbers were 69-31. A tremendous dominance from the visitors. And coaches Osintsev should be very pleased with their first half. Meanwhile, Svetlov and the Cosmos bench won't be all too happy with their performance through 20 minutes. Maybe the second 20 can change their fortunes a bit. Certainly looking much better when controlling the ball at the moment. They've just got to make those passes count. That's how, I want to say 3. I know for certain it was 2 goals. Came from picked off passes when outnumbered in their own end, and it led to quick and easy conversions. Now Levitsky with a solid enough delivery. The finish is what really matters at the end of the day. Chibisov with Laziuk 7 waiting to his right, but they're going to go down towards Skibadulinen. Play transitions the other way. Out for a toss, though. Or not a toss, wrong sport. Same concept, but no hands involved here unless you're a goalkeeper. And even then, I'd still wager a decent amount of saves are made with legs and body parts that are not the hands or arms. As we saw in the penalty shot in the last couple seconds of the first half, and there, getting his hands involved is Dmitry Polyakov again. And he's made, as I've said a bunch of times already in this game, some monster stops in the first half. That cross crease save that he made was outstanding. No two ways around it. But being caught back in their own end again, our Cosmos. They can't rely on their keeper to save everything and then score goals. Volley. And another quality stop from Vadim Belyakov in net. Kept in towards the corner, kicked around, and still kept in play. Keeper's out to get it. And the two of them take a bit of a tumble. Perhaps an injury suffered. We did have a goalkeeper change at one point. But Polyakov is back in. Zmisila took the attempt on the penalty shot. He came out and stopped it. Chibisov. Azuk's shot does not get through. Defense was in the way. Is poked around, taking a bit of a tingler off the foot of Boris Podubnoy, who will be playing this back in once the whistle blows. Quickly rolled back out, and we'll see how Stalitsa decide to approach this offensive opportunity. Podubnoy turns it over. Not Podubnoy, rather, Babyak. Visiting supporters making the trip. Oh, dangerous pass. It does get to its target. Stalitsa are able to regain their composure. Work up the court now. On the run. Trying getting a fifth goal. Not going to happen on this sequence. It will be out. In towards the corner we go. They can try and set something up off an already pre-thought plan. Long rocket does not get through. Batulin did his best and then tried to follow it up with a shot because Polyakov was out of the cage. Let's get ourselves a full-scale change. Gritsina brothers, at least by name, on the court together. 11 and 17, Nikolai and Mikhail. Also have Pavel Ragovic, number 10, filling out. And finally, Taras Korolshin, number 99. And of course, keeper Polyakov, who will not move a muscle out of his cage unless, of course, this team do get themselves the extra man. Long shot, punched away by Belyakov. He's having quite the workload tonight. No rest for him. Now, that was a pretty play. Got him at number 5. They'll have to wait a bit longer, but they've got their sights set on it. Not looking to play the clock or the time game. Great to see Stalitsa aggressive to the end. collision at center. Results in a change of possession, but Ragovic's going to be whistled back. Second foul against Stalitsa now. And that's how Cosmos have an opportunity to get back into this, but they're going to need to have a lot of fouls for that to happen. And then they're going to have to convert when they have the opportunities. Easier said than done. As you can see, the net is empty. We've got that extra man out there to help on the offensive side of things. Yalovitsky plays through the Cherne. Back over to Kostigan. Yuri Kostigan. 17 with possession. Cherne. It's Kostigan again. A bad time to lose the ball. That's going to be an easy foul awarded. First one on the Cosmos side of things, and probably saved a goal there. Did Pavel Rubo? Cosmos looking to make something happen now. Cherne has it poked away out of play, but his team looking better and better as this one rolls along. Rubo, that extra man on the attacking side of things with the red jersey. He's a goalkeeper, but not really. Oh, not the best shot there. Gonna go for broke. The goalkeeper, he gets it. Number 5 on the board. Hey, you try that quickly. It's not as easy as it looks, even with the open cage. That should be game without a doubt. The height, the distance, everything was flawless. Squeaking right under the bar. And there we go, number 5. First goal on the season in the Baltic Futsal League for the keeper, Dmitry Polyakov. Not a bad number to have for himself, but it is more common for keepers to score, as that one is going to be launched from distance. Again, no goalkeeper down to the right with the 5-goal now differential. They're going to need to have that extra attacker on for the remainder of this game if they have any hope of getting back into it. At this point, though, well, the hope is just to score 1, because now you've got that 5-goal differential. Now you're down to -7. With 1 goal, you're at the very bottom of the table in this competition, and then it's going to require wins, and well, some more wins to even be in playoff contention. Well, let's see what Yuri Kostigan has in store for us here, as he is quite a ways off the ball. What a run-up we've got here from Kostigan. The keeper gets a mid on it. And the defender follows up with the second deflection. All shrugs and smiles from Dmitry Polyakov, rather. One-on-one on the back lines. Shifting away was Kostigan. Rough stuff at center. Play still rolls along. Trying to pirouette away from danger. Kept in. And still the attack continues. Can they get the first? Not this time around, as it's well wide left. Wholesale changes coming on for the Stalitsa side with 12:19 to go in the second half. Beto. Polyakov rather. Polyakov will be making his way onto the bench. Or Belyakov, my goodness, keep messing up the two keepers' names. I swear I know who they are. They both have that similar Slavic tone to it. Polyakov, Belyakov. Stalitsa in full control. Looking for 6, won't get it this time. Great stop once again from Vadim Belyakov. Oh, maybe a foul, no, not whistling it dead. Play rolls on. Number 5 cannot be, or number 6 rather, cannot be found yet. There are the shot totals for you. A massive, massive lead for Stalitsa in that category. What was it, 32-15, 32-16? That might be 33 now. Let's see if they get Polyakov a shot here. Try and get the keeper a second goal. Or if he's just going to be that dictator of the play. Gradually moving forward, centimeter by centimeter. And now they've got the box spread around. 3-man attack from this side. Oh, wide, alone. Beto, oh, can't get number 6 for his side. 10:30 to go. Quite a build-up there. Around 40 seconds for them to get a shot off, and let's see how long it takes this time. About 10:22 when we got the ball back into play. Opting for a bit of a quicker build-up this time. Shot goes through. That's number 6. And now things might be getting a little bit out of hand. Beto was with his first of the game, though. And the first of this competition to boot.
Мяч в ворота команды Cosmos забил номер 9. Бето, Столица, Минск. Счет по-прежнему.
Well, not sure what good the timeout will do other than give Cosmos some time to catch their breaths, but nothing is going their way in this game. Their best chances have been stifled by a relatively untested Belyakov.
I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went into the way. I ain't f***ing okay. I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk. I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways. I've been stuck in for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I've been slaved. Yeah. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole damn week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million cause that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family. From a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm
About midway through the second half. A 2-goal second half so far for the visitors in black and green, Stalitsa. Cosmos looking for their first of this particular matchup and their second of the competition, only mustering up 1 goal in their opening game. Again, that was a 3-1 defeat for them to FC Petrov. Still 3 teams without points in this competition through 2 games that they've played. Cosmos, Rezekne, and Pramogos. Although Cosmos technically only have played the 1 game, this number 2, things do not look great. Kivadolin to Polyakov. Beto involved as well. Quick passing this time around. From the Stalitsa side of things, hunting for goal number 7. A longer build-up once again. Looking to get things rolling the way they want. Volley from an off angle. Was on target. A good stop from the man filling in for keeper Pavel Rubel. No mitts, but the red jersey is on. He's their extra attacker. As that one sings off the bar and getting clipped there. Looks like an injured Stalitsa player. They have hit the hand. Oh, indeed. They have caught the thumb or one of the fingers there off that angle and just jammed it. Hopefully he's all right. Nothing's broken. I believe that was Alexander Olszewski who got caught on that ball off the post. Beto with a great play to set up his teammate. Not able to capitalize, but some quick thinking off the heel. Sets up an avenue of attack there. And can't close the gap quick enough is Storushin, number 13 for Cosmos. As Chibisov lets that one roll to his keeper. Polyakov will walk it up himself with 8:05 to go. Beto, far side. A two-goal man on the near side, number 7, Ruslan Laziuk. See if he can get number 3 on this sequence on the court. Hard shot aiming for Beto. Defender got there just in time. 15 out in front. Yuri Pronin. Well, Beto in a phone booth. Keeps possession. And he's going to cycle up and be the pivot man. But he'll fill into his wing position rather quickly. We see a lot of approaches from some teams where all the players shift around, the wings, the pivot, the down low guy, all of those things. This team, they've got their man they like up front. On that particular formation, it's Laziuk or, of course, Polyakov. And it's always helpful to have your keeper down there because then it allows all 4 of your, I guess, forwards. You don't really have defenders. It's all 4 players apart from the keeper can move around more freely, and it really puts the defense in a tougher position. And that's number 7. That's 7 minutes left, no less. Unfortunately, it was not number 7, Ruslan Laziuk. That would have been a little too much to ask for, but the other Gritsnia gets a goal. Nikolai with his first of the game. Probably I can't get around.
Goal scored number 11, Mikhail
Gritsina gonna steal away the ball here. Help his team gain possession once again with 6.5 to go now. And a 7-goal lead in unfriendly territory. Stalitsa are cruising to a victory here. Looking for 8. Off the deflection out in front. Can't find it. On the doorstep. Wide open cage to work with. And that's just the way the sport goes sometimes. Another look at it. Oh, that is at the 7th goal. Skarbenko. Both Gritsina's factor into that one. And again, that's a non-keeper. Or that time it was the keeper, actually. Belyakov. As he is back in the cage. Well, now with a 7-goal differential and 6 minutes to go. I wonder if we'll see that extra attacker being put back into play, or if Cosmos are just going to try and hold off on letting in any more goals here. Rubel. Can't do it on his own. That's number 8. Inside the post. Terrific left-footed shot. And Belyakov visibly frustrated with himself, perhaps, the defenders in front of him, the team's performance. It hasn't been great, but it has on the other side of things. Mikhail Gretsina with his 3rd goal of the game. That's a hat trick, folks. Number 5 on the season. He is the top scorer in the Baltic Futsal League. He was after the first half, but now it's for sure.
Ворота команды Столица. Космос. Столица, 4-й фол.
Sorry about that, folks. Just a little technical difficulty there, but I did miss the first Cosmos goal. And, well, I am very, very happy to see them get one into the back of the net. That is a tribute to some dedication, some heart even. Very easily could have just sat back and put their heads in their hands and let this one get well out of reach. But they get one on the board. And there still is theoretically plenty of time to find another 7 goals, but I don't know if this man, Polyakov, is going to allow it. Or rather, we've made a goaltending change. So Evgeny Zmysua, who has let in the first Cosmos goal. Not Polyakov. He didn't allow anything, of course. Oh, that rocket just barely scraping past the near post. 4:26 to go in the second half of the second game of each team's tournament or path in the Baltic Futsal League. Another goal would do wonders for the differential category. Again, with the way this stands, Cosmos will be in a hole, and now they've got 2. Where was this offense earlier? 2-8 with a little over 4 to go. Alexeyev with another. This one had a little more style to it with the fake shot. Curl and drag it. Great stuff. Let's see how Stalitsa decide to move forward now. The time is certainly on their side. Oh, but they can't be giving the ball up like that. Strong battle along the far side, and it ends up with the visitors. Still a 6-goal differential. And now off the break, one-on-one. The pass. The finish is not there initially, and it won't be on the second crack either. Couple of great stops. Belyakov at first, and then one of the defenders out in front of him. I believe it was Pavel Rubel, number 7, who got the second opportunity to make a defensive play. You can see only the 3 men forward this time, right up front for Stalitsa. But they do still have their keeper out and about, as Ragovic will man the top spot here. He's got possession now. Matulin tipped out in front. That's number 9. Order is restored by Stalitsa once again. They want none of any kind of comeback hopes that Cosmos had in their minds. Under 3 minutes to go now. And the 7 goals. Something to really think about down the line in this competition. Again, at the moment how it stands, Cosmos would have a -9 goal differential. 2 behind Pramogos, who have -7. That would secure them the bottom spot after match day 2. Another look at the goal. Great setup on the doorstep. There's nothing you can do about that. One of the easiest goals he'll score. Just had to get a bit of the foot on it, really. Hold on to that post for dear life. Kibatulin up top, but on the far side it's where the attack is coming from. Korolishin did his best, but sometimes your best isn't good enough. Drobiazko will get play moving once again. Back to Belyakov. 2:02 to go. Beto the recipient, but he can't hold on to it now. The other way, 3-on-3. Opportunity goes well past everything as Yuri Pronin can't hit the target. 1:52 to go. Full-scale change on the Stalitsa side of things. It's enough. Long shot, chested down, not in the scoring area, albeit right away. Zhigalko was a bit out-muscled for possession there. 1:20 to go in this game. Pretty much all said and done now as we're in the final minute and a half or so, 1 minute and 10 seconds now to be more precise. But I can safely say, and if I'm wrong, well, this is live, but it is recorded and saved onto YouTube for future viewing. So if Stalitsa do somehow lose this game, I'll eat a hat. But with that in mind, I mentioned the standings a couple times already, but now Stalitsa will be at the top of the table with this goal differential at the moment 7. That launches them up to a 13. Agio behind them with a 9. So still a 4-goal difference there. That's not too shabby. And they'll like to keep that differential till the end of this game, or as big of a gap as they can make it. Wouldn't be too surprised to see them go for number 10 here. Indeed they do. Can we get one more on the board before it's all said and done? Stalitsa with an opportunity from the corner now. Don't seem to be... Oh, there he is. Didn't think that Zmisila would make his way forward, but they're sticking to the game plan, sticking to how they know how to win games, and with 31 seconds to go, we get ourselves, most likely, the final timeout of the game. So I mentioned the standings a bit. Well, how about the next set of games? Match day 3 is around the corner. And around the corner still means a little ways down the road, but not too far. We've got 2 games on the 14th of December. Stalitsa will take on the top team in the competition at the moment until 30 seconds have gone by and Stalitsa take the top spot. But Agio FM, Stalitsa on the 14th of December. Vitis and Pramogos will also square off on that day. On the 15th, the very next day, Petrov and Rzekne will take to the court with Narva United and Cosmos filling out the final game on the 15th as well. I know I'll be commentating one game on both days. And after today's performance, I'm quite excited because I get to see Stalitsa take on Agio FM on that opening game of the third match day. And, well, if the standings and results of those two teams' first 2 games has anything to go on for that meeting. Oh, there's number 10. The keeper gets it, I believe. There might have been a deflection out in front, actually. Well, either way, that should be a terrific matchup. Stalitsa and Agio. And yes, it is the keeper's goal. He gets himself one. No forward getting a piece of it. Evgeny Zmysova with a tally. That's number 10. Ooh, looking for 11. There is no quit in this visiting side. And actually, they're crediting Gritsina with the goal, but I didn't see him get a piece of it. I thought that would be Evgeny Zmysova, the keeper, number 3. But regardless, now with an 8-goal advantage. And credit to Cosmos again for getting 2 on the board. Now, maybe that ticked off Stalitsa a little bit because they seem to be taking it easy for a little bit, not putting all the effort forward. They know they had the game wrapped up, as they do now, and Cosmos, I want to say, took advantage of them sitting back a little bit, but in the end, it may have just angered the beast as FC Stalitsa come to town and take on Cosmos, and they beat them back in towards the stars. A 10-2 rout in unfriendly territory for Stalitsa as they put themselves at the top of the Baltic Futsal League standings after 2 match days played. I mentioned it before, but I'll say it one more time before I sign off for tonight. Check out the next set of games on the 14th and 15th of December. The times will be released closer to the date, so stay tuned and check out the Baltic Futsal League website or their Facebook page for the updates and any kind of news, info, stats, all of that great stuff that we get from top-tier competitions. As this one comes to a close with Stalitsa taking a resounding victory and 3 points home with them as they dismantle FC Cosmos 10-2 on the road. I hope you had a wonderful evening enjoying this game. I certainly did, and I'll catch you for the next round, the next match day in the Baltic Futsal League in December. Have a wonderful evening.
Ну еще если победителя его зовут Марат, последующие цифры мобильного номера телефона 3939. Марат, мы вас поздравляем. Спасибо командам, спасибо болельщикам, спасибо судьям. До новых встреч.
Игрок команды победителей МФК Столицы Руслан Лазюк. И первый вопрос, как вам игра?
Ну, хорошая игра, понятно, много забитых голов с нашей стороны. Соперник 2 забил, то есть, ну, хорошая игра. Нам удалось первыми забить, мы почувствовали немножко легкость, и все как пошло по ноту.
Насколько такие победы немного скрашивают горечь того, что вы не вышли в топ Лиги Чемпионов?
Не, ну понятно, после Лиги Чемпионов нам было тяжело, нам нужны победы, и поэтому немножко эмоциональное состояние поднять. Ну хорошо, мы в чемпионате выиграли, здесь сейчас выиграли, вот, и идем дальше. То есть все нормально, все, двигаемся в нужном направлении.
Ваши личные задачи решены были сегодня?
Я думаю, что мы командой все решили, не только я, свои какие-то. Мы команда одно целое, мы делаем все работу на площадке, то есть я думаю, мы все решили, то есть что хотели, поставленные задачи, которые тренер поставил, мы сделали.
Спасибо большое, удачи. Максим Алексеев, игрок Космоса. Что чувствует футболист, который забил оба гола при счете 2-10?
Что чувствует? Конечно, забивать всегда хорошо. Тем более такой команде, как Столица. Хороший матч. Счет, конечно. Но сделали все, что могли.
Не было ощущения у вас лично, что команда немножко подсдалась под конец от крупного счета?
Нет, мы начали выпускать всех наших ребят. Дали сыграть всем, попробовать против такой команды. Считаю, ну, вполне естественно. И подустали. Очень хорошая играет команда Столицы.
Чувствуете ли вы, что вы играли против одного из участников топ-16 Лиги Чемпионов? И насколько вы могли бы соответствовать такому уровню?
Очень чувствуется, конечно, что они поиграли против в элитном раунде. Вот. А нам есть к чему стремиться, есть к чему расти. Вот. Мы только начинаем этот путь. Благодаря таким играм мы только и будем расти дальше.
Спасибо большое.
Спасибо.
I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I'm probably winning to the way. I ain't f***ing okay. I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk. I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways. I've been stuck in for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I've been slaved. Yeah. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family, from a girl, every fan out.
Сергей Светлов, главный тренер клуба «Космос». Ваши впечатления об игре?
Ну, в целом мне игра понравилась. Я думаю, что и зрителям она понравилась. Результат для меня, конечно, хотелось немножко другого, но в целом качество игры Столицы на данный момент, ну, скажем так, предполагает другое соперничество со стороны. Нам нужно было бы играть как бы по-другому, и учитывая их класс, и как они двигаются, как с мячом работают. Я думаю, что для нашей команды важный итог этой игры в том, чтобы увидеть, как играть в футзал, как можно это делать, да, как команды, которые там занимаются чуть больше, чем мы это делают, и, ну, больше познакомиться с футзалом, потому что многие ребята все-таки выходцы из большого футбола, а футзал сейчас идет своим развитием, и там свои появляются моменты, которым, к сожалению, ребята не обучены и не знали каких-то, наверное, специфики игры.
Ваш подопечный сказал, что к концу команда немного подсела. Был ли это вопрос общей подготовки или все-таки интенсивности, которую задала сама Столица?
Ну, здесь несколько факторов. Скажем так, подготовка Столицы и подготовка нашей команды. Ну, у нас ребята приехали с работы, поэтому как можно было там не в выходной день, в рабочий день подготовиться по-другому? Мы старались действовать в рамках того, что мы можем. У столицы планомерно готовилась, там обед у них, там все как да, в профессиональных командах, но они и есть профессиональная команда. У нас скорее это вот, скажем так, мы хотим двигаться в этом направлении, но все-таки основной вид деятельности это не футзал.
Вопрос такой. Вторая игра, второй тур. Что изменилось по сравнению с матчем первого тура именно в Балтийской лиге?
Я немножко не понял.
Ваше выступление. Вы оцениваете состояние команды, что они показали именно чисто по игре. Изменилось ли что-нибудь в лучшую сторону?
Я думаю, что на данном этапе мы идем поступательно, мы где-то немножко перестраиваем свою игру, и те моменты, которые мы сегодня показали, эпизоды мне некоторые понравились, то, что мы отрабатываем и на тренировках, и вот сейчас при соперничестве со столицей ребята смогли это выполнить, это нам в плюс. Сопоставим ли был соперник? Я думаю, что Сажу нам было чуть проще, мы их и лучше знали, и в принципе и играли друг против друга, поэтому здесь скорее неизвестность соперника именно вот в практике соперничества. Здесь это тоже важно, потому что мы говорили о сильных, там, слабых сторонах, но как они действуют непосредственно вот на площадке, что делают, это только вот практика. Поэтому опыт таких игр хорошо для развития каждого из игрока.
Огромное спасибо. Будем ждать побед в следующей игре. Спасибо, Сергей. С нами был Сергей Светлов, главный тренер столицы. Космоса. Это может быть. Евгений Осинцев, главный тренер МФК «Столица». Ваши впечатления об игре?
Ну, хочу поздравить свою команду с победой. В принципе, у нас идет очень плотный, тяжелый график. После Лиги чемпионов мы уже сыграли игру в чемпионате, и через день мы играли Балтийскую лигу. Поэтому парни молодцы, собрались, хотя эмоций уже не так много и сил уже мало осталось. Поэтому довели дело до логического завершения, уверенная победа. Поэтому команде соперника спасибо за игру. Всех своих парней с победой поздравляю.
Тем не менее, были ли какие-то компоненты, которыми вы недовольны в игре вашей команды?
Ну, всегда же есть над чем работать, поэтому 2 гола, когда мы позволили себе расслабиться, не доработали в обороне, и они совершенно ненужные были, конечно, это не совсем хороший осадок оставило, но как бы все хорошо тоже нехорошо, и в принципе парни все молодцы, старались и работали до конца.
В первом тайме показалось в какой-то момент, что Бета был несколько заведен. Какими словами или чем вы вообще могли бы утихомирить вашего лидера?
Ну, посидел в начале тайма, посидел, успокоился, вышел, уже собран максимально, поэтому Бета профессионал, опытный игрок, и он слышит то, что ему говоришь, и реагирует на это.
Вы уже провели 2 тура в Балтийской лиге. Скажите, а вот в чемпионате Беларуси могли бы быть еще клубы, которые могли выступить в Балтийской лиге, кроме вас, по уровню?
Ну, у нас там еще 3-4 команды хорошего очень уровня. Примерно у нас расклад сил одинаков. Поэтому я думаю, что да, конечно, если будет такое приглашение, команды с удовольствием примут.
Спасибо вам большое и удачи в следующих играх. Евгений Осинцев, главный тренер МФК «Столица».
whipping 100 more less. Never stop, no rest, till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck, progress to a god from a god. Mess, whole place, more tests, more bliss. Dug deep down, trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest, I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my finger when I knew not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yours, don't steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame, and I wanna